Hello and welcome to the next episode. Now, I've been checking around what our situation and overall in the general sense is currently. We do have a money problem, a pretty big one, and we're going to address this by making more nanofactories soon. So I have been going through our stations. In last episode we ended with the ring cores going up on our shipyards and all of our mass stations. And now I decided at the end here, in between episodes, that I also upgraded this one into research campuses around Mars here. So I made some here. And here I made some operation centers for mission control. And I also started to upgrade this station here. And also the secondary shipyard at Earth, which we are going to remove. So this one we are going to refactor when the ring core is done into purely nanofactories for Earth, so to get the economy bonuses and of course the money income, because we are 7 months out of going bankrupt more or less if we don't spoil. Of course we have less income right now because there is constructions ongoing in the system, so that's of course a thing. And yeah, that's what we have to go through. And overall, when checking around, we do have decent fleets again after the loss of last episode. So our fleets on Earth and Mars are going to finish up within the next weeks, more or less. And then we can start building our Jupiter fleet again. We also have ships under construction on Mercury. So if you check Mercury here, I think I still have it open here. The battleships are under construction here. And for example, on Earth, most of it will finish up in the next weeks. So that's good. And then we can get rid of some of the escorts forever. And we also have some ships coming up here on Mars. The two are still on a long shot here, but the others are almost done. And that's basically then our defense fleets for the moment. We are not going to keep making more for the moment. Eventually we want to keep like 1 or 2 in the queue just in case we lose one, but there is no big battle on the horizon currently. So if we were to go to fleets here and go to aliens again, there is a little bit of a lull until the what's called the assault carrier is arriving here. But it's only a battleship, 2 cruisers. We have fought worse, especially in the last episode when we lost almost everything. But there's another fleet coming afterwards with frigates and cruisers, but that should also be not a problem. So basically these 2 fights, I will show the one with the assault carrier, but the other one should be easy afterwards. So let's get to that fight and continue building up our wing cores. And now we have to manage our MC again. That's a big problem. However, we are going to get some MC from Earth as well, due to the fact that we are constructing MC... no, this one finished, but we are going to annex the Sudan here. So we are going to declare war here and then annex it. That will provide us at least with probably 1 or 2 additional MC here. Maybe this one will go up from the higher knowledge standard afterwards, but who knows. And we also continuously get more MC from the EU here, which still has 6 to go right now. I think the Eurasian Union is again finished. Yeah, it's done. So we just wait for more MC, and we of course have our operation centers under construction, which provide us with an additional 5. It's not a lot, but well, something at least. And of course we are going to remove some escorts to free up MC. But now let's get pushing forward to get to the assault carrier. Well, we have researched a very important project. We now have the alien adapted ECM, which means that our ECM modules finally will be effective against these weapons. So they will have problems targeting us with their missiles, for example. However, the aliens will adapt to this. They already adapted to field mostly laser weapons, but still it's good to have them in case there's like a battleship showing up with evil torpedoes again. Meanwhile, we are now researching stuff for our ring HAPs, like the fission reactor farm here now. Meanwhile, we already do the solar farm here. However, now the question is, do we maybe want to finish up ultra capacitors to get into phasers, or alternatively into green lasers first, or whatever is available, or UV? I think we have UV, and then the others, next one, I'm not sure. But something like this, we could be doing that. We have the problem currently that we are, of course, researching 3 energy projects here, so our bonuses are slightly reduced. But that will be solved relatively soonish. So, do we want to go with purpose here? Nah, let's get going on our ring hubs, particularly on Mercury, and we want command centers. So let's actually check what we need for command centers and what we forgot, because we didn't get the project yet. And probably it's something like artificial intelligence or something. Command center. We also don't have devolved space command yet. Pretty sure about this. No, we do have that one. Command center requires fleet logistics. Ah, yeah, we checked that in the past, yeah. And for this we need integrated Earth-based economy. Yeah, that's why we didn't want to do this yet, because it's a very fast stretch. However, we have to do this eventually. Annoying, but we have to. It's a lot of tech. So probably it's more efficient to stay with operation centers for now, and instead focus on better weapons and getting to a decent drive. Yeah, now let's continue forward. Well, we are getting 2 things at the same time. We have reached 10,000 science output, mostly thanks to improvements in knowledge. Not here, actually. We just increased our population here, which also increased our cap of mission control. More importantly, the European Union and the Eurasian Union, which are going up in science nicely. Here, the European Union is going up in science because the cohesion is going up, so that scales a little bit. So cohesion 5 is ideal for science output. We also want to have this at around 5 to finally do or attempt the last merge here with Russia. That's going to be interesting. However, that's still like 2 or 3 months away. We are currently doing about 0.2 cohesion per month, roughly. And a bit more, 0.21 actually. So in about 3 or 4 months, I would attempt the unification with Russia, actually. Meanwhile, I have put Russia now on funding mostly, just to get our income a bit higher. Actually, a little bit science and knowledge should still be there. And a little bit welfare as well. Like this and this. So, well, a big mixture of things here, just to get a little bit more money out of the Eurasian Union while we can. And we are doing roughly the same here in the Caliphate, mostly mission control, but also a little bit of spoils, unity, welfare, and so on. Actually, we can limit the unity a bit more, because we have good opinion and good cohesion here. So it's fine like this for the moment. We still need a lot of economy here to just get it to like 40 investment points, but we are going to expand further and further. We are now going westward into Libya, and then Tunis, and then Algeria, then Morocco. That's going to be a big chunk of population. However, more importantly, yeah, they were faster than we are. We
Mission complete.
Also declare war here on Libya. European Union, yeah, let's just call everybody in. And then we just move straight to the capital, Tripoli. And now let's wait for the battle with the assault carrier. We don't need this one. At least not that I know of. Come on. Oh, it's in the next mission phase? Really? I thought it was in this one, so sorry. Really in the... Ah, it's on the 16th. Okay, that explains it.
Ready for my mission.
So, what do we
Ready
need
for
to do?
orders.
We need to break
What's the
into
Ready for your orders.
Algeria next, but that's impossible still right now. Which means more public opinions here.
I will try to sway the public.
A
Acknowledged.
lot more.
Ready to go.
Do we need to do
We
unity?
must persuade the
Not
people.
unity, but rather...
Standing by for orders.
Where do you need me?
The big problem is
I'll
money.
try to
I
sway
sold a little bit of fissiles
At your
to
service.
have a bit more breathing room. Let's call it like this. Because I felt a little bit not safe, let's call it like this. Like
We must
this.
persuade the
And
people.
Philip, what could you do? You could continue reducing
We'll
unrest
restore
here.
peace to this nation.
And now let's keep going and embrace the battle. There we go. It has arrived. And it's probably trying to land. We're not going to let it. Land army, there we go. Suva, wherever Suva is. We need 1 day to arrive there, actually. Funny. Oh, there's the other fleet, yeah.
Offering support.
There we go. Let's hope they want to fight. Yes! Okay. They don't stand a chance. That's no way. So we do high roll. Where's my fleet? Ah, here. High roll. I don't think we need to change anything here because we have the laser battleship here, missiles here, missile, laser, missile, a lot in the center. Yeah, I think that's fine like this. So confirm. The assault carrier probably is, yeah, it's very far behind. We're just going to, we don't need to do anything here basically. We can micromanage our battleships a bit. No, that's a laser battleship. We don't care about the laser battleship. This one's. Wait a second. No, not on the... Let's just fire everything we got from our... What? The cruisers will probably shoot everything down. But... And then we hold back the other escorts here. 3, 4, 5, 6. They will go for the assault carrier. And these 3 are going to be in reserve here. Well, there's not really much to do here. Because this one is not a hard battle. Because we now have railguns. And lasers. And point defense. So the only thing that gets through is plasma. Maybe I should reduce the speed a bit. There we go. And we just have to let the coil guns do their magic here. That's why I normally play coil guns. Purely coil guns. Bye bye. And now the assault carrier. And we can zoom in to see the fireworks here. And that's probably an instant wipe here. Yeah. Completely overwhelmed. Bye-bye, assault carrier. Earth is closed. Yeah, that's our new defense fleet, basically. So that's all we're gonna keep. This should shut down everything the aliens will throw at Earth and Mars now. Oh, look at that loot. Did we lose anything? We took a little bit of damage. Probably some plasma shots from somewhere. Probably frigates had plasmas again. A lot of promotions. Oh, 600 volatiles. That's a month of income. Half a month of income of metals. Half a month of income of nobles. And ooh, 20 exotics. That's loot. That's proper loot. And now we just fly back to the main spaceport here. Well, at least 1.38 days is fine. Yeah. We just refuel and rebuild and fight the other army of... Not army, but... fleet that's coming there on the 21st. And now we just move forward because now I have to build the ring habs. And think about that. So let's speed forward. But now we have seen our new defense fleet in action. They are almost fleshed out. I think there are 2 ships missing on Earth now. From my what I want to have. No, Earth is done and Mars has 2 ships left. So now we are going to start on the fleet for Jupiter again. The second one. I think we have 2.3k volatiles. That should be enough for the fleet that we want to make here. And also we probably can... we should have not put the automatic refueling here in there because I want to get rid of the old escorts here now. They've done their purpose. But well. There we are. So the old escorts. So it's not going to be the... Now these ones will go. 1E is out. The version 4 will also be out. We're going to keep the Hestia class because this one has a magazine. So we keep 4 around and we remove 5. You can refuel. And now we are going to remove the excess ones here. These just... Oh, wait a second. We have to transfer the... If there is anything... Nope. They all have level 1 officers, so we can't transfer anything here. Therefore, we have to scuttle them. Bye-bye. However, what might be interesting to look at... let's refuel first. Okay. What kind of officers we currently have on our ships. I'm not sure if it was on Mars or on Earth. I transferred 3 officers onto the capital ship. Not the capital, the flagship. Where's our flagship? Am I blind? Not the first time that I appear to be blind. Oh, this one has 3. It's a crew chief. ECM improvements. Ooh, that's nice. Another ECM improvements. More salvage. Ooh. And another ECM improvement. Awesome. Especially this one is nice. Level 3 already. It was this one. Here's the flagship. Flagship has a commanding officer, reducing MC usage. Medical officer. Yeah, the officers are piling up. That's really nice. In the late game, we could consider transferring the officers from the defense fleet into our outer system fleet. with which we hunt the aliens down in the late game, which is getting closer now. So actually, one of the biggest challenges we have to do is the antimatter mass production tech here and getting Mercury to run. And we are close to both. We are going to finish ultra capacitors now in this episode. We are going to finish this quest here, their purpose. And then afterwards, we can already consider where exactly how we do this. Because we have the technologies for taking down the aliens as we see now. We already have the siege coiler available. We just lack a drive. So everything we do now will be in purpose for a proper drive. That's what we want to do. So we are probably going to push antimatter mass production now. I'm going to go through all the requirements for one of the antimatter drives. And then the end game is open. Well, let's speed forward here. Well, we completed their purpose. We have been able to solicit invaluable information from the alien captive. Thanks to a discovery that Hydra falsehoods carry unique ferrocide signatures, because it transpires that a Hydra would rather go silent than be caught lying. As far as we can tell, an unsuccessful deception is the source of great shame. It has been surprisingly straightforward to establish which matters the alien is relatively willing to discuss, with full confidence that it is not deceiving us. In consequence, we have now gleaned significant understanding of its species' intentions for Earth. We update our intelligence estimate. The estimate is total war. Yeah. Updated code of new information, grant alien control, build facility. And we can... what do we need to do now? We need to do research the choke point objective when it becomes available, which it isn't currently. So what do we want to do instead? We don't need the heat sinks. We go for the advanced prospecting service here. More mining sounds great. And actually we push this. Same as the magnetic plasma confinement, which leads to the magnetic nozzle, which then leads into the antimatter propulsion drives, which we need with the antimatter mass production. So for the antimatter propulsion, we need the magnetic nozzles here. So that's why we are pushing this tech to get both of them done before we finish antimatter mass production. And meanwhile, we, however, will continue onwards here. Okay, well, we are here in January. We have progressed nicely through North Africa and almost finishing up the job here. And, well, we do have some problems here now because our GDP has dropped significantly. But I think in general it's still okay. What we are going to... maybe we should do this next mission phase. Now we are at Cohesion 5, so let's keep it like this. We are going to attempt to merge the Eurasian Union again. We are now at Diverse, so Cohesion 5, that's the maximum we can get here. And also there will be a fight at Earth. Pretty... in this mission phase, I think.
Assistance.
Not sure when, 20s or something.
Interests.
So let's see
Hunkering
exactly. Come on, come on, come on. But we also maxed out on mission control in Europe now, which is pretty neat. So let's
Violence
see.
is abating.
That's good. Ooh, that's a nice one. There we are. That's the fleet I'm talking about. That's... yeah. Okay, they're flying towards us, actually. Ooh. Nice. So 19 ships versus 28. We should fight. We should be able to defeat this, but it's 7,000 rating. So that's a lot. And here we are. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do it. There's not really much to talk about here, except that we want to fight. And the big question is, what do we want to do as a formation? I'm not sure if I can make it work in the first try, because partially this fleet design is now new. Now let's go high wall again. Here we are. However, we do use some acceleration here. We are not going super slow because of our kinetics here. Fleet distribution. We do have stuff on the left side. Other lasers. Missile battleship, laser battleship, missile battleship. Let's get this one in the middle here. Laser battle cruisers. Defense flagship is not in the center actually, so that should be protected. We do have stuff here. Laser battleships here. So let's move you here. Okay, I think that's fine. And let's actually wait how they are flying before we send out any missiles, because that's a lot of frigates again. That's what killed our Mars fleet 2 episodes ago. It was the sheer amount of frigates with laser cannons and laser turrets and plasmas, because they chew through our unarmored ships like crazy. But there are no heavy ships in any way in here. Okay, and I think we are going to focus our rockets on this side here. So we are setting this up. Because then we only have to get to one point defense screen. That's something maybe... Put this one. And our escorts, we have 4 of them. How about you shoot at this class and you shoot at this guy. And you... the others we are going to hold back for the moment. The plasmas will be a problem here as well. Purely because of the sheer amount here. And we are going to lose something, most likely. Okay, wait a second. We have to turn towards the enemy now. Actually, we are going to automate the right side here. So let AI control it while we finish up the job here on the right side. Actually, there's not much to do now, so we actually can just automate the fleet. It's just mostly lasers, so we don't really care. I mean, it's railguns and lasers. We lost something big. It's lagging! It's lagging like crazy. And we lose a laser battleship, sadly. At least we're gonna lose it. Okay. It's a costly fight though. But it's no problem. And these cruisers are out. And now the small frigates have to go out of existence here. So that's going nicely. But yeah, we lost a little bit of stuff here. We still need better lasers to finish these faster. Ouch. Let's see how much we actually lose. But if we lose some of the coil gun monitors, that's not a problem. We lost 2 battleships, so as far as I've seen it now. Okay, and the last one here. Did one escape? No. Ghastly battle. Our flagship hopefully is still alive, right? Yeah, it's still there. Good. Because that would be annoying if we lose our MC reduction. But that's why I made it into the center. But our formation looks a little bit hammered here. Let's see how many we have left here. And how many officers we have lost here. Ah yeah, 1 escape. I saw that correctly. So we lost 2 of the battleships. A laser and a missile. Okay, that's fine. We lost a Jupiter core. That's fine as well. And 2 of the Heshia escorts. We got a lot of promotions, but we also lost 5 officers here. A decent amount of resources, but that's not the key here. Okay, let's fly back. Not... Oh, we are at the... Wait a second, 17 days? I think there's another battle coming, right? Oh, in March. In March, that's fine. So we can just repair 17 days. So we lost 2 battleships. So we are going to reconstruct them. We do have battleships on a... I already did that when the fleet started towards Earth. However... Yeah, we don't need the escorts anymore, but we don't need these many of the coil ships here. However, we are going to cancel this missile battleship and we are going to replace it with a laser battleship version 2. Because these are more important. And also we are going to queue up the second one. Just in case that we lose another one eventually. But that was a very, very big fight. And now we see the problem with all these frigates, which are dealing plasma damage. It's something we have to go through. Losses are, however, acceptable for the kills we do. Meanwhile, our Jupiter fleet already is halfway done. We are here constructing them nicely. And that's going to be sent out in like half a year from now. There will be another fight on Mars relatively soon. Ah, yeah, unification. Exactly. So let's see if it works. Nah. Kyrgyzstan. Tajikistan. Okay, that's fine. So we only lost 2... I think they are here, right? Somewhere here. Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan went out. We don't care about these 2, or do we? I mean, it's for mission control, but... Ooh. Is that really worth it, though? To hunt this down now, these 2? I don't know. It's 17 million population, so it's not terrible, but... Is it worth it? I don't think so. Wait a second, is... I need to check something. The Caliphate project, the last one, maybe that gets claims there, so then these would be fine. House of Islam, exactly. So we are already starting on Greater Caliphate here. Ah yeah, we get Dushanbe in the Greater Caliphate already. And Tashkent. Yeah, we get the other one as well. So that's fine. We lost these temporarily. Ah no, that's Bishkek and not Tashkent. Probably this one is in there as well. I would be surprised if not. Question is now, do we just reclaim them? I would say yes, we just go with claim and take these points back. But now we have Super Europe here. From Portugal to Petropavlovsk here. Really nice. However, of course, that cost us a bit on the per capita GDP. The total GDP, of course, went up significantly. And we gained another 126 population here. A new battleship somewhere on Mars, probably.
Target secured.
And there's the next fleet coming. How many it's this time? Oh, it's only 8. Okay. Yeah, they are building ships again like crazy. Probably they really don't like what we did. But the remnants of our fleet that we have here on Earth are enough to defeat this. I mean, we do have... Yeah, that's totally fine. We do have still 23 ships. Even with the losses, that's okay. Oh, another assault carrier. But it's arriving next year. And... Ooh, 2.6 fleet power. Nice. Well, it's good that the aliens are wasting resources on that. Because... Well, that's not anything that's going to stop us here. However, I got the feeling that we are going to have like a little bit of ship losses. So we should keep going on our Earth fleet here. So we do have these under construction. They should be done for the next battle. And then we have 2 more that we can do. I would say we do another laser battleship in reserve. And we also do another missile battleship in reserve. Because these ones are the ones which take the longest to build. And they, of course, are costly to lose. However, this is costly on our resource front here now, as you can see. We are down to 440 nobles. That's a problem. However, it's not that terrible because we could take over more bases here on Mercury if need be. I don't think we are struggling here too much. So, also we have the Mercury, we have the Jupiter fleet already under construction. With that, the biggest cost of resources are already done. The next thing would be the building of fleets on Jupiter itself, which would be the Lancers for destroying stations. And Marines. But Marines will be dirt cheap, so that's not a problem. Therefore, we are going to make a cut here. And I think overall it's going nicely. So next episode, or rather 2035, we will be unlocking antimatter. So after magnetic plasma confinement, we do the magnetic nozzle. We also have the advanced coil gun batteries and the other project we already have done. So our Jupiter fleet can even get upgraded with the better coil guns. We also go for the integrated Earth space economy for the command centers. Or rather to get to fleet logistics and then the command centers. But also this one provides us... No, I think that project was in fleet logistics, which reduces the mission control costs for these stations. Integrated resource market is also nice, what we need to do eventually. We do also the Greater Caliphate to expand our mission control on Earth. And we finish up our quest next episode. So the next episode will be a lot of progress as well. A lot of time skipping as well again. So we did just half a year, a bit more this time. I think the next episode will also be like half a year to 1 year. Depending on how much stuff is going to happen. Let's actually finish this mission phase here to see the Morocco stuff done. Because we need to see if we have to make a peace deal somewhere. Ah, even more stuff is finishing up. Yeah, there will be a battle on Mercury actually. Eventually. Not eventually, but soonish. That's why I built some of these Heshias in time. Come on. Don't tell me... Ah, it doesn't finish in time. Okay. But still, we probably have to set up a peace deal here because we are at war with... No, we don't. We have to go here to Niger and then the preliminary stuff is finished here. Of course, there's still a lot of regions that we can go after, but we are going to relax a bit because we are going to go back, heal up, and then we focus on the Arabian parts here for the moment before we go back into the African bits again. Mostly because I think we need the other claims from the project which are not done yet. But that's something going to happen eventually. What is quite nice is that the AI, or rather the Protectorate here, has made the West African community and already merged quite a lot of stuff into it. But it's not all claimed by us yet. So I'm not sure what actually we can get here. Sadly, the claim is of course not on the capital. The capital would be Lagos, Abuja. I have to check the actual claims again, how much we can move into the caliphate here. And even though, or even afterwards, we might consider doing the African Union stuff here and potentially do the project in the very late game. Because as we know, we still need the population probably for our faction end goal. So that would be helpful because then we don't need to take all of Africa, India and China and America, because that would be painful. We are up to 400 million here and 900 million here plus the 60 here, which means we are to about 1.5 of the global almost 9 billion. So slow progress, but the Caliphate will help us here eventually, and then the African Union eventually. But overall, we are doing nicely. So, see you in the next episode. Leave a like and subscribe, and, well, let's continue afterwards.